Hello folks, it's me, the old deplorable basket case here. And a person commented on my earlier video what socialism is from a capitalist viewpoint. I'll try to give a link to it below. This person objects to my characterization of socialism, saying conflating it with communism, offers a crazy definition of socialism. I'll get to that in a while. And goes on to say you can't have successful democracy without socialist things like law enforcement, infrastructure, fire department, military, and education, which I respond, I'm not conflating socialism with communism, and I go on to say that we had all those things before there was ever any kind of socialist doctrine. This person responds with, what do you call collective initiatives for a public good if you don't call it socialism? I'm not going to bang my head against a brick wall arguing with you when we seem to agree on everything except the correct terminologies. You seem to perform mental gymnastics separating social principles from socialism because, unlike in every other developed country, placing an ism on the end of a word makes it scary to you. Which I responded, in part, you start by asking a question, in the middle you say you're not going to debate me, and the end is a few insults. If you are not multiple personality, you should be able to make up your mind. Which is a lot less polite than I would have been if I had been making an effort to be polite, but I had no motivation to make an effort to be polite. Person responded with, the question was rhetorical. Listen, dude, person. The rhetoricalness of a question does not come through at all well through a YouTube comment. And if you actually do want to debate me, you should expect the questions you ask to be answered. If you want to debate anyone, you should expect the questions you ask to be answered. B, I never said I wouldn't debate you. I'm more than happy to do so. I said I wouldn't bang my head against a brick wall retreading arguments when we agreed on something other than just the semantics. Okay, what you actually wrote, the way you wrote it, that is exactly what people say when they're not going to debate someone. That is exactly what people say. C, I reread my comment, can't find anything in it that could be construed as an insult. Okay. You seem to perform mental gymnastics separating social principles from socialism because, unlike in every other developed country, placing an ism on the end of a word makes it scary to you. If you don't see how anyone could be insulted by that, then there's a lot you don't know about people. Okay, performing mental gymnastics separating social principles from socialism, okay, that is accusing me of hypocrisy. That is insulting. Okay, unlike every other developed country, placing an ism on the end of a word makes it scary to you. Okay, I don't know what you mean by developed country, but you seem to be implying that I am from a primitive country, which is, again, not complimentary. And you say I am scared of any word with an ism on the end of it. That is insulting. You wrote insults. I have no idea what you think you were trying to say, but what you actually wrote was very insulting. Don't do this if you're not actually trying to insult somebody. A military is an institution. It isn't a stretch to call a military a principle either, though. Yes, it is. They can quite easily be both. No, they can't. If a military is funded through taxation, then those who contribute can reasonably expect something in return. Yes, they expect to be defended from attacks from other nations' militaries. They can expect protection from civil uprisings, etc., or they can expect to benefit financially / socially through the military successes such as empire expansion. Okay, whether you agree that this makes an army socialist or not depends on your definition of the word. I find your definition far too narrow. I presume you find mine far too broad. Dude, person, your definition of socialism is, and I quote, defined as thus: government spending on various public programs with monies accrued through taxation. Your definition of socialism can be applied to literally every single government ever. By your definition of socialism, there is not a single government anywhere ever that is not socialist. Too broad. Yeah. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Maybe you mean something slightly different from that, but that is the actual meaning of the words that you wrote. I can't read your mind. I can only respond to what you actually write. Speaking of which, you obviously do not know what the meaning of the word principle is. You don't have to take my word for it. Let's go to a dictionary. Principle, noun, 1, a standard or rule of personal conduct. 2, often plural, a set of such moral rules, 3, adherence to such a moral code, morality. 4, a fundamental or general truth or law. 5, the essence of something. 6, a source or fundamental cause, origin. 7, general physics, a rule or law concerning a natural phenomenon or the behavior of a system. 8, an underlying or guiding theory or belief. 9, chemistry, a constituent of a substance that gives a substance its characteristics and behavior. 10, in principle, in theory or essence. 11, on principle, because of or in demonstration of a principle. From Latin principium, beginning, basic tenet. There is nothing that is there that is applicable to a military, unless it is some sort of militarized state that you're talking about, in which the military is, the constituent of the substance of society that gives it its characteristics and behavior. Okay, I have said many times, I am perfectly willing to debate anybody on anything, but actually understand the words you are using, because the way you are using these words, there's no way to debate this. Thank you for watching, everyone who's seeing this. Please comment below with anything you have to say. I'd like to know what you think. If you want to debate me on anything, I'm willing to debate you. And have a good day, and God bless.